a.m. on a Tuesday morning. The sun is hitting with a golden warning. The neighbors are heading to the 9 to 5, trying their best to feel alive. But I'm sitting here on the porch swing low, with a secret that nobody needs to know. Steam is rising from the ceramic rim, while the shadows of the night are getting slim. It looks like a Java, dark and strong, but it's helping me carry the ghost of a song. It's just whiskey in a coffee cup, trying to keep my spirits up. A little bit of burn to hide the ache of a heart that was never meant to break. They think I'm waking up to face the day, but I'm just washing the yesterday away with some whiskey in a coffee cup. My boss thinks I'm the early bird, the most focused man he's ever heard. But I'm just blurring out the jagged edge of the things I said on the kitchen ledge. It's a porcelain mask for a liquid sin, keeping the outside out and the inside in. It ain't a habit, it ain't a vice, it's just a way to pay the price for a memory that won't let me sleep, and a mountain that's getting too damn steep. It's just whiskey in a coffee cup, trying to keep my spirits up. A little bit of burn to hide the ache of a heart that was never meant to break. They think I'm waking up to face the day, but I'm just washing the yesterday away with some whiskey in a coffee cup. Yeah, take another sip, don't let the secret slip. Just a little more heat before I hit the street. Whiskey in a coffee cup, yeah, bottoms up. Sitting in a velvet box, a heavy silver weight, a relic of a century that finally met its fate. The etching on the casing is a forest in the frost, a map of every second that we've already lost. I wind it till it tightens, but the tension doesn't hold. Just a heavy-duty silence in a casing made of gold. The hands are frozen solid at 4:15, like a shadow on the ceiling or a lock upon the door. The heart of it is snapped, a tiny ribbon made of steel that'll never let the gears know exactly how to feel. It's a pocket watch with a broken mainspring, waiting for a song that it'll never get to sing. Caught in a moment that refuses to pass, behind the cracked surface of the heavy-duty glass. The rhythm is gone and the ticking has died, with a lifetime of minutes trapped deep down inside. A pocket watch with a broken mainspring. My grandfather held it in the palm of his hand when he worked the iron engines of this heavy-duty land. He used to say the pulse of it was steady and was true. Now it's just a piece of metal looking back at you. It doesn't care for sunrise and it doesn't care for noon. It's a lonesome little planet with a stationary moon. They say the time is healing, that it flows like a stream. But sometimes it's a jagged part of a half-finished dream, where the tension gets too high and the metal starts to fray, and you're left with a forever in the middle of the day. It's a pocket watch with a broken mainspring, waiting for a song that it'll never get to sing. Caught in a moment that refuses to pass, behind the cracked surface of the heavy-duty glass. The rhythm is gone and the ticking has died, with a lifetime of minutes trapped deep down inside. A pocket watch with a broken mainspring. You feel the cold snap in the memory trap. The hands won't move in the ancient groove. A pocket watch with a broken mainspring. Floorboards are groaning under layers of dust, and the heavy-duty iron is a landscape of rust. But it stands in the corner like a king on a throne, in a cabin of cedar and a chimney of stone. The door's hanging open on a hinge made of grit, waiting for a match that'll never be lit. I can almost hear the crackle in the step of the pie, back when the winter was a friend of mine. The belly of the beast used to glow a deep red, warming up the memories and the spirits under bed. It's the old wood stove in a deserted place, with a heavy-duty history and a cold iron face, holding on to the heat of a fire long gone, in the middle of a valley in a gray-scale dawn. A cast iron heart in a hollowed-out room, keeping back the shadows and the heavy-duty gloom. The old wood stove. There's a kettle still sitting with a bottom of black, like it's waiting for a traveler who's never coming back. The wood box is empty and the ashes are gray, blown by the wind in a slow motion wave. It's all the hard winters and it's all the new life in the hands of the husband and the heart of the wife. They say that the stone is the thing that'll last, but the iron is the anchor of a heavy-duty past. It doesn't rot away and it doesn't turn to glass. It just watches all the seasons and the centuries pass. It's the old wood stove in a deserted place, deserted cabin.
Clouds are gathering heavy and black over the ridge by the railroad track. The neighbors bringing their laundry in, but you're looking at me with a mischievous grin. The first drop hits the dusty ground and the thunder starts a rolling sound. You kicked off your heels by the garden gate. I threw my hat and let the heavens wait. The radio's blaring through the kitchen screen, the wildest ballroom that I've ever seen. And we're doing a two-step in the rain, spinning away the worry and the pain. Mud on our boots and a soak to the bone, the happiest fools that the county's known. Left, right, slide and a dizzy turn, watching the summer lightning burn. Just a two-step in the rain. Your hair's a mess and your dress is a wreck. I've got a cold stream running down my neck, but I've never seen you look so bright in the flickering flash of the stormy light. The gravel's a dance floor, the wind is a band, and I've got the world right here in my hand. Let it pour, let it wash the world away. We got all the sunshine we need today. They can't stay inside where it's dry and it's warm, but there's a special kind of magic in the middle of a storm. And we're doing a two-step in the rain, spinning away the worry and the pain. Mud on our boots and a soak to the bone, the happiest fools that the county's known. Left, right, slide in a dizzy turn, watching the summer lightning burn. Just a two-step in the rain. Yeah, one more spin before the sky clears up. Keep on dancing, don't ever stop. Two-step in the rain. Yeah, just you and me. The neon open just flickered and died, and the bartender's looking for a place to hide. The overheads hum with a sickly white glare, exposing the dust in the whiskey-soaked air. I'm tracing a circle in a puddle of gin, wondering exactly where the dark begins. The jukebox is silent, the pool table's cold, and the stories we told already getting old. We were kings of the mountain just an hour ago, now we're just shadows with nowhere to go. It's barstool philosophy at closing time, trying to make the messy parts of living rhyme. We solved all the problems of the world and the state, but we can't find the key to our own front gate. A heavy-duty wisdom born of glass and ice, giving out the soul-deep useless advice at closing time. Old Bill's talking about the good old days through a thick rimmed glass and a Marlboro haze. He says life is a gamble where the deck is thin, and the house always knows how to let you win. I'm nodding my head like I understand the truth, while I'm looking for the pieces of my wasted youth. The world looks different when the lights come on, and the liquid courage is almost gone. The truth is a jagged and a heavy-duty pill sitting on the can't find the key to our own front gate. A heavy-duty wisdom born of glass and ice, giving out the soul deep useless advice at closing time. Yeah, push back the chair in the cooling air, walk to the car, leave it at the bar. Barstool philosophy at closing time. The furnace went cold back in '92, and the sky turned a shade of a permanent blue. The smoke used to block out the morning sun. Now the stacks are just hollow when the day is done. The gates are padlocked with a heavy-duty chain, rusting away in the Ohio rain. The lunchbox is sitting on the shelf in the hall, next to the shadows on the wood panel wall. We traded our hammers for a service sector smile, but the soot in our lungs stays a long, long while. It's just Rust Belt blues and steel town dreams falling apart at the heavy-duty seams. We were built on the iron and the fire and the grit, in a world that decided it was time to quit. Watching the weeds take the factory floor while we wait for a ghost at the company door. Rust Belt blues and steel town dreams. Main Street is quiet, the windows are dark, except for the flicker of a lottery spark. The kids are all leaving for the city lights, leaving the old men to the Friday nights, talking about the tonnage and the heat of the poor, like they're fighting a war on a forgotten shore. They say the future is digital and clean, but you can't build a soul out of a silicone screen. It takes a heavy-duty heat to forge a man's pride, and a whole lot of fire to keep it inside. It's just Rust Belt blues and steel town dreams falling apart at the heavy-duty seams. We were built on the iron and the fire and the grit, in a world that decided it was time to quit. Watching the weeds take the factory floor while we wait for a ghost at the company door. Rust Belt blues and steel town dreams. Yeah, let the iron oxide take a long, slow ride. The whistle won't blow, but the memories know. Rust Belt blues and steel town dreams. The sun is leaning low against the ridge, casting amber light across a wooden bridge. The hay stacked in the cooling field, waiting for the day to finally yield. Everything is stretched, everything is long, like the final chord of a tired song. The dust in the air turns to floating gold, and the stories of the valley are being told in the way the light hits the barn door pine, right on the edge of the timberline. It's long shadows in the golden hour, when the world loses its heavy-duty power. Everything's bigger than it was at noon, under the ghost of a rising moon. A moment of peace before the dark sets in, where the end of the day and the rest begin, in the long shadows of the golden hour.
silhouette is walking 10 feet tall across the stones of the garden wall. I'm looking at the man I used to be, in the distorted shape that the mountains see. It's a trick of the light, a slant of the grace, smoothing the lines on a weary face. They say the morning is for the young and the fast, but the evening is built for the things that last, for the quiet reflection and the steady hand, watching the glory wash over the land. It's long shadows in the golden hour, when the world loses its heavy-duty power. Everything's bigger than it was at noon, under the ghost of a rising moon. A moment of peace before the dark sets in, where the end of the day and the rest begin in the long shadows of the golden hour. Yeah, let them stretch the lines they sketch. The sun's going down on the edge of town. Long shadows in the golden hour. Wind is blowing hard across the Kansas line, bringing back the ghost of a better time. I'm standing where the shadows stretch long and lean, looking for a harvest that I've never seen. I told you I was staying, then I turned to go. Now I'm reaping the seeds that I used to sow. The ground is cracked and the sky is gray. Everything I love is a mile away. I'm calling your name to the open sky, but the only thing that's moving is the tumbleweed by. And it's just teardrops in the dust, watching the iron turn into rust. Hard to keep a promise when the well runs dry, hard to tell the truth when you're living a lie. They disappear before they hit the ground, lost in the wind, never to be found. Just teardrops in the dust. There's a faded picture in my denim coat, a couple of lines that you once wrote. Don't forget the way the prairie smells at night, but I traded the peace for a neon light. Now my boots are worn and my heart is spent, wonder exactly where the good years went. Rain don't fall on a man like me, who traded his roots for a chance to be free. Now freedom's just a cage with a wider view, and 1,000 miles between me and you. And it's just teardrops in the dust, watching the iron turn into rust. Hard to keep a promise when the well runs dry, hard to tell the truth when you're living a lie. They disappear before they hit the ground, lost in the wind, never to be found. Just teardrops in the dust. Let the dirt rise, hiding the salt in an old man's eyes. Just teardrops in the dust. There's a white line fever in my tired eyes, underneath the weight of the morning skies. My jacket's got a story in every freight, a ghost of the roads that I walked yesterday. It's a uniform worn by the restless and the bound, in a world that keeps spinning round and round. The pump is clicking at the Texaco station, a lonely heartbeat for a traveling nation. The fumes are rising in a shimmering haze, like a memory of the better looking days. It's just faded denim and gasoline, the only two colors that I've ever seen. One is the fabric of a hard-working life, the other is the fuel for the distance and strife. Blue on the body and gold in the tank, the only two things that I've gotta thank. Faded denim and gasoline. Got a grease-stained thumb and a callous palm, looking for a storm or a midnight calm. This fabric is thin, but it holds the heat of 1,000 miles on a vinyl seat. It smells like a garage in a Sunday rain, a heavy-duty remedy for lightweight pain. They say the clothes make the man, or so I've been told, but I'm just trying to keep from the highway cold. You can keep your silk and your polished shoes, I'll take the workwear and the petroleum blues. It's just faded denim and gasoline, the only two colors that I've ever seen. One is the fabric of a hard-working life, the other is the fuel for the distance and strife. Blue on the body and gold in the tank, the only two things that I've gotta thank. Faded denim and gasoline. Yeah, screw the cab tight into the night. The threads are tearing, but I'm still wearing faded denim and gasoline. The asphalt ends where the timber begins, and the dust starts to settle on my old man's sins. It's a washboard rhythm under heavy-duty tires, passing by the ghosts and the rusted alba wires. Every rock that's kicking up against the metal floor is a memory of leaving through an open door. The rearview mirror is a cloudy shade of brown, watching the steeple of a dying little town. The distance is a stretch of the limestone and the grit, and I'm feeling every single lonely mile of it. It's the gravel road's long goodbye, underneath the weight of a heavy-duty sky. It don't let you run and it don't let you race, it makes you look back at every familiar face. A slow-motion exit from the life I used to know, crunching through the secrets in a steady
steady roll the gravel roads along. Goodbye. There's a mailbox leaning like it's tired of the news, and a pair of work boots that nobody would choose. The creek is a silver line running through the pines, marking out the borders and the family lines. I'm treading a cloud like a heavy-duty veil, unwinding in a weary and a broken-hearted trail. They say the fastest way home is a straight line of black, but the gravel is the only thing that'll take you back. It holds on to the footprints, and it holds on to the rain, that it's the only path it understands a heavy-duty pain. It's the gravel roads along. Goodbye. Underneath the weight of a heavy-duty sky, it don't let you run and it don't let you race. It makes you look back at every familiar face, a slow-motion exit from the life I used to know, crunching through the secrets in a steady, steady roll. The gravel rolls along. Goodbye. Yeah, I feel the storms kick in the air, getting thick, turning the last bend where the memories end. The gravel road along. Goodbye. Yes, the gravel road. There's a giant standing at the edge of the yard, acting like a soldier, acting like a guard. He's been drinking the rain since '94, when we hauled the lumber through the cabin door. I'm just a man with a worried mind, looking for a shelter that I can't quite find. The sun is high and the grass is dry, and there's not a cloud in the burning sky. But I know a place where the air is cool and the world looks like a shimmering pool. I'm sitting in the shadow of a tall pine tree, letting the needle set my spirit free. It's a long dark stretch on the dusty ground, the only quiet place that I've ever found. You can have the neon, you can have the glare, I'll take the scent of the resin in the air, in the shadow of a tall pine tree. I've seen the seasons come and seen them go, from the summer heat to the winter snow. That tree don't move and it don't complain, it just sways a little in the middle of the rain. I'm leaning my back against a rough cut bark, waiting for the day to turn into the dark. It's a wooden tower, a cathedral of green, the most honest thing that I've ever seen. Rooted in the earth, reaching for the blue, just like a heart that's trying to stay true. I'm sitting in the shadow of a tall pine tree, letting the needle set my spirit free. It's a long dark stretch on the dusty ground, the only quiet place that I've ever found.
take the scent of the resin in the air in the shadow of a tall pine tree. Yeah, just cooling down, far away from town. Let the branches swing, let the locusts sing in the shadow of a tall pine tree. Down where the bank starts to crumble away, and the light turns to silver at the end of the day. There's a curtain of green hanging over the mud, in the place where the river once rose in a flood. The branches are sweeping the surface of the stream, like a heavy-duty anchor for a deep water dream. I carved two initials in the thick of the bark, back when the world was a wide open spark. But the wood has grown over and the lines have all blurred, hiding the promise and the things that we heard. It's a secret kept by the willow tree, locked in the roots where nobody can see. It's heard every whisper and it's felt every tear, standing its ground for 100-odd years. A heavy-duty witness with a heart made of wood, keeping the stories that we never could. A secret kept by the willow tree. They say that it weeps for the souls that are gone, but it's just catching light in the middle of dawn. Sheltered the runaways and covered the shamed in a corner of the county that remains unnamed. You can tell it your troubles and you can tell it your lies, and it'll bury them deep where the dragonfly flies. It don't break for the storm and it don't blow away, it just bends with the burden of what it has to say, holding the ghost in a leafy embrace, in a quiet, forgotten and heavy-duty place. It's a secret kept by the willow tree, locked in the roots where nobody can see. It's heard every whisper and it's felt every tear, standing its ground for 100-odd years. A heavy-duty witness with a heart made of wood, keeping the stories that we never could. A secret kept by the willow tree. Let the leaves fall, it's heard it all, quiet and deep, the promise it'll keep, the secret of the willow tree. The screen door is slapping at a ghost in the air, and the hallway is stripped and the closets are bare. The floorboards are pale where the rug used to lie, like a memory of a sun that refused
I'm standing in the center of the living room floor, watching the sunlight slant through the door. It's a hazy parade of the skin and the bone, of every hello and every alone, dancing in circles in a vertical beam, like the heavy-duty particles of a half-broken dream. It's just the dust of 1,000 departures, under the weight of the heavy-duty arches, the residue of leaving and the sediment of goodbye, rising from the carpet to the charcoal sky. It's what's left of the laughter and what's left of the pride, when there's nothing but the echoes left trapped inside the dust of 1,000 departures. I remember the boxes, I remember the tape, and the way that we tried to plan an escape. But you leave a little piece of your heart on a shelf, and a little bit of the man that you called yourself. It settles on the windows and it settles on the sill, in the quiet of a house that's finally still. They say take only memories, leave only tracks, but we leave a whole lot more when we don't look back. A heavy-duty layer of the years we spent, the silver gray ashes of the way we went. It's just the dust of 1,000 departures, under the weight of the heavy-duty arches, the residue of leaving and the sediment of goodbye, rising from the carpet to the charcoal sky. It's what's left of the laughter and what's left of the pride, when there's nothing but the echoes left trapped inside the dust of 1,000 departures. Yeah, sweep it all away to the end of the day. Let the air grow thin where the next begins. The dust of 1,000 departures. The asphalt ends where the timber begins, and the dust starts to settle on my old man's sins. It's a washboard rhythm under heavy-duty tires, passing by the ghosts and the rusted-out wires. Every rock that's kicking up against the metal floor is a memory of leaving through an open door. The rearview mirror is a cloudy shade of brown, watching the steeple of a dying little town. The distance is a stretch of the limestone and the grit, and I'm feeling every single lonely mile of it. It's the gravel road's long goodbye, underneath the weight of the heavy-duty sky that don't let you run and it don't let you race. It makes you look back at every familiar face, a slow motion exit from the life I used
mailbox leaning like it's tired of the news, and a pair of work boots that nobody would choose. The creek is a silver line running through the pines, marking out the borders and the family lines. I'm trailing a cloud like a heavy-duty veil, all unwinding and a weary and a broken-hearted trail. They say the fastest way home is a straight line of black, but the gravel is the only thing that'll take you back, and holds on to the footprints, and it holds on to the rain, and it's the only path that understands a heavy-duty pain. It's the gravel road's long goodbye, underneath the weight of a heavy-duty sky. It don't let you rock, and it don't let you race. It makes you look back at every familiar face, a slow motion exit from the life I used to know, crunching through the secrets in a steady, steady road. The gravel road's long goodbye. Yeah, I feel the storms kick and the air getting thick, turning the last bend where the memories end. The gravel road, long goodbye.
The paint is long gone from the siding and trim, and the light in the hallway is dusty and dim, but the frame is still square and the foundation's deep, with a century of secrets it's sworn to keep. The storm clouds can gather and the thunder can roll, but they can't touch the iron in a heavy-duty soul. My face is a map of the roads I have walked, and the silence is louder than the way that I talked. There's a silver gray frost on the top of my head from the weight of the words that I should have just said. I'm just weather beaten and wise, with the look of the canyon in the back of my eyes, hardened by the winter and smoothed by the rain, a heavy-duty vessel for the joy and the pain. I don't break for the wind and I don't bend for the pride. I'm just enjoying the view on the downhill ride, weather beaten and wise. I've seen the empires rise and the empires fall, like the ivy that's climbing the limestone wall. I don't chase the thunder or the flashes of gold, I just value the stories that never get old. It's a different kind of strength than the fire of youth. It's the heavy-duty gravity of a hard-earned truth. They say new is better, that shiny is best, but they've never been put to the ultimate test. It takes a whole lot of living to get this much grit, and a whole lot of staying to be worth every bit. I'm just weather beaten
a heavy-duty vessel for the joy and the pain. I don't break for the wind and I don't bend for the pride. I'm just enjoying the view on the downhill ride where they're beating and wide. Yeah, let the seasons turn. I've got nothing to burn, standing my ground in a world spinning round, where the beaten and wise.
The storm finally broke about an hour ago, leaving the attic with a silver gray glow. I'm lying on a mattress on the plywood floor, right where the water came in through the door. But the clouds have parted and the wind has died, leaving a window for the universe inside. There's a jagged little gap in the cedar and tar, where I can see the fire of a billion-year star. It's a heavy-duty hole in a humble place, bringing down the glory of the outer space. It's just starlight through a broken shingle, where the dust and the diamonds finally mingle. A jagged little crack in a weary old roof of a miracle living that's bulletproof. It's the light of the heavens in a world of decay, showing me the beauty in a heavy-duty way. Starlight through a broken shingle. I used to worry about the damage and the cost of the shingles I'd found and the pride that I'd lost. But I wouldn't see the archer or the Big Dipper's cut if I didn't have a reason to be looking on up. Sometimes the wreckage is a blessing in disguise, opening a path for the light in your eyes. They say keep it airtight, they say keep it dry, but you'll never see the truth if you don't see the sky. Let the rain come in if it brings the glow of the only real magic that a man can know. It's just starlight through a broken shingle, where the dust and the diamonds finally mingle. A jagged little crack in a weary old roof of a miracle living that's bulletproof. It's the light of the heavens in a world of decay, showing me the beauty in a heavy-duty way. Starlight through a broken shingle. Yeah, let the rafters shine with a spark divine through the cedar gap on a treasure
through a broken shingle.
The sun is leaning low against the ridge, casting amber light across the wooden bridge. The hay is stacked in the cooling field, waiting for the day to finally yield. Everything is stretched, everything is long, like the final chord of a tired song. The dust in the air turns to floating gold, and the stories of the valley are being told in the way the light hits the barn door pine, right on the edge of the timberline. It's long shadows in the golden hour, when the world loses its heavy-duty power. Everything's bigger than it was at noon, under the ghost of a rising moon. A moment of peace before the dark sets in, where the end of the day and the rest begin. In the long shadows of the golden hour, my silhouette is walking 10 feet tall, across the stones of the garden wall. I'm looking at the man I used to be, in the distorted shape that the mountains see. It's a trick of the light, a slant of the grace, smoothing the lines on a weary face. They say the morn is for the young and the fast, but the evening is built for the things that last, for the quiet reflection and the steady hand, watching the glory wash over the land. It's long shadows in the golden hour, when the world loses its heavy-duty power. Everything's bigger than it was at noon, under the ghost of a rising moon. A moment of peace before the dark sets in, where the end of the day and the rest begin. In the long shadows of the golden hour. Let them stretch, the lines they sketch. The sun's going down on the edge of town. Long shadows in the golden hour. The sun's peeking through the kitchen blind, but I'm still stuck in a different time. The radio's humming a static tune, but it feels like midnight in the middle of noon. I poured 2 cups like I always do, before I remembered there's no more you. The steam stopped rising a long time ago. The clock's just ticking, steady and slow. I'm staring at the ceramic white, still wearing the shirt I wore last night. And I'm just crying over cold coffee, watching the world wake up without me. There's a bitter taste on the tip of my tongue, thinking about the songs we should have sung. Yeah, the cream's all settled and the black's gone gray, just like the sky on this lonely day. Crying over cold coffee. Your lipstick mark is on that other mug. I can't bring myself to give it a scrub. It's the only piece of you that's left in this house. It feels like a house of theft. You took the laughter, you
took the light and left me here with a morning fight. I should get up, I should pour it out, start a new pot, see what life's about. But if I move, then the memory fades, and I'm not ready for the light of day. So I'm just crying over cold coffee, watching the world wake up without me. There's a bitter taste on the tip of my tongue, thinking about the songs we should have sung. Yeah, the cream's all settled and the black's gone gray, just like the sky on this lonely day. Crying over cold coffee. It's cold now. Just a bitter cup of used to be, one more sip of this misery. Crying over cold coffee. There's a thin gray film on the plastic trim, where the sunlight's fading and the day gets dim. I could take a rag and wipe it all away, but I'd be losing the ghost of yesterday. Every fingerprint and every little grain is a road we traveled in the sun and rain. It's a map of the miles and the coffee we spilled, of the empty tanks and the dreams we filled. It's a little bit messy, it's a little bit worn, like the seats in the back where the fabric's torn. It's just dust on the dashboard, settling down on every mile out of this hollow town. It's the residue of a life well lived, of the takes we took and the love we give. Don't brush it off, don't clear the view. It's the history of me and you, written in the dust on the dashboard. I see the mark where you drew a little heart on the day we decided to make a new start, and the smudge from the map when we both got lost, and the hazy film from the winter frost. It ain't a dirty truck, it's a holy shrine to a long lost summer and a bottle of wine. Some people want it shiny, some want it new, but I like the grit and the honest hue of a restless soul and a rolling stone, and the gravel roads that we've called our own. It's just dust on the dashboard, settling down on every mile out of this hollow town. It's the residue of a life well lived, of the takes we took and the love we give. Don't brush it off, don't clear the view. It's the history of me and you, written in the dust on the dashboard. Yeah, leave it right there in the evening air. Let the memories stay. Don't wipe them away, just dust on the dashboard. Our life on the dashboard.
There's a Remy drip in a plastic pail, like a slow motion hammer on a coffin nail. The plaster is bubbling and the beams are soft, up in the corner of the dusty loft. I'm looking at the stains like a Rorschach test, in the only place I ever get to rest. The sky outside is a heavy-duty gray, and the clouds aren't looking to move away. I got a roll of tape and a prayer in my head, trying to keep the water from the master bed. It's the copper pipe and the leaky roof of a life that's living but ain't bulletproof. Between the rattle of the metal and the groan of the wood, I'm doing the things that a poor man should, patching up the holes in a crumbling dream, trying to hold it steady at the heavy-duty seam. The copper pipe and the leaky roof. The plumbing is humming a lonesome tune under the light of a watery moon. The joints are green with the oxidation of a long-distance leaky faucet frustration. It's a constant battle with the rust and the rain, a heavy-duty burden on a tired brain. They say a house is a sanctuary and a fort, but I'm fighting a war of the losing sort, where the structural integrity is paper thin and the whole wide world is trying to leak in. It's a copper pipe and the leaky roof of a life that's living but ain't bulletproof. Between the rattle of the metal and the groan of the wood, I'm doing the things that a poor man should, patching up the holes in a crumbling dream, trying to hold it steady at the heavy-duty seam. The copper pipe and the leaky roof. Tighten the wrench in the mildew stench, wait for the sun when the mending is done. The copper pipe and the leaky roof.
The storm finally broke about an hour ago, leaving the attic with a silver gray glow. I'm lying on a mattress on the plywood floor, right where the water came in through the door. But the clouds have parted and the wind has died, leaving a window for the universe inside. There's a jagged little gap in the cedar and tar, where I can see the fire of a billion-year star. It's a heavy-duty hole in a humble place, bringing down the glory of the outer space. It's just starlight through a broken shingle, where the dust and the diamonds finally mingle. A jagged little crack in a weary old roof of a miracle living that's bulletproof. It's the light of the heavens in a world of decay, showing me the beauty in a heavy-duty way. Starlight through a broken single. I used to worry about the damage and the cost of the shingles I'd found and the pride that I'd lost, but I wouldn't see the Archer or the Big Dipper's cup if I didn't have a reason to be looking on up. Sometimes the wreckage is a blessing in disguise, opening a path for the light in your eyes. They say keep it airtight, they say keep it dry, but you'll never see sky. Let the rain come in if it brings the glow. The only real magic that a man can know is just starlight through a broken shingle, where the dust and the diamonds finally mingle. A jagged little crack in a weary old roof of a miracle heaven that's bulletproof. Fix the light of the heavens in a world of decay, showing me the beauty in a heavy-duty way. Starlight through a broken shingle. Yeah, let the rafters shine with a spark divine through the cedar gap on a treasure map. Starlight through a broken shingle.
The sun took a dive past the edge of the wheat, leaving the dust to settle on the heat. I climbed up the ladder one rung at a time, helping you up as we started to climb. Now we're sitting on top of this old silver tower, looking at the world in its quietest hour. The city's aglow about 50 miles west, but I'll take the silence, it's what I love best. Just the hum of the night and the smell of the hay, and the feeling of drifting a million miles away. With the starlight over the silo tonight, everything's silver, everything's right. The Milky Way spilling like grain from a sack, and there's no turning around, there's no looking back. Just your hand in mine and a view of the stars, far away from the world and the noise of the cars. Under the starlight, over the silo. You're pointing out Big Dipper and the North Star too, but I'm spending my time just looking at you. The moon is a sliver of a fingernail white, reflecting the spark in your eyes tonight. We could stay up here until the rooster crows and the shadows start stretching in the garden rows. It's our secret cathedral, our castle of steel, the only place where the world feels real. Higher than the troubles, closer to the sky, watching the satellites blinking on by. With the starlight over the silo tonight, everything's silver, everything's right. The Milky Way spilling like grain from a sack, and there's no turning around, there's no looking back. Just your hand in mine and a view of the stars, far away from the world and the noise of the cars. Under the starlight, over the silo. Yeah, the tin is cold, but your heart is warm, safe from the wind board is still sitting on the porch in the shade. The black and white squares are beginning to fade. The boxwood pieces are all lined up for war, just like they've been for a summer or more. But the king's on his side and the queen's in the dust, and the heavy-duty hinges are covered in rust. I'm sitting on the bench with a hand on my chin, waiting for a game that can never begin. The cedar is cooling and the afternoon's long, and the rhythm of the moves feels entirely wrong. It's the empty chair at the chessboard today, where the best of my memories used to stay. A heavy-duty silence where the laughter was loud underneath the weight of a stationary cloud. It's a stalemate of spirit, a checkmate of soul, watching the shadows take their final control at the empty chair at the chessboard. You used to take the knights and I'd take the rooks, with a heavy-duty wisdom you didn't get from books. You'd sacrifice a pawn just to see me smile, and trap me in a corner in a little while. Now I'm playing both sides just to keep the dream real, but I can't quite remember how the victory feels. They say life is a game and you play till you lose, but nobody tells you how to pick and to choose. The pieces you keep and the ones that you leave, when there's a heavy-duty hole in the center of your sleeve. It's the empty chair at the chessboard today, where the best of my memories used to stay. A heavy-duty silence where the laughter was loud underneath the weight of a stationary cloud. It's a stalemate of spirit, a checkmate of soul, watching the shadows take the final control at the empty chair at the chessboard. Yeah, move the bishop, wait for the slip. The clock isn't ticking, the wood is just sticking. The empty chair at the chessboard.
Coffee's brewing for a party of one. The Sunday paper sitting out in the sun. I still set the placemat, I still lay the fork, like a habit that's stuck like a stubborn old cork. But the silence is louder than the ticking of the clock, since I heard the turn of the final lock. The wood is polished and the surface is clean, the loneliest sight that I've ever seen. Just a shadow where a person used to be, staring right back at the ghost of me. It's just an empty chair at the kitchen table. I'm trying to stay strong, I'm trying to stay able, but the morning light has a way of showing exactly where the cold wind's blowing. A vacant space crowded heart, watching the breakfast hour fall apart at the empty chair at the kitchen table. I remember the way you'd lean on the back, talking about the things that our future would lack, with a laugh that could brighten the darkest of days, and a million little sweet and stubborn ways. Now the dust is the only thing sitting there now, with a heavy weight pressing on my brow. I could move it to the attic, I could hide it away, but I'd still see the gap at the end of the day. It's a monument built out of oak and air to the love that we promised we'd always share. It's just an empty chair at the kitchen table. I'm trying to stay strong, I'm trying to stable, but the morning light has a way of showing exactly where the cold wind's blowing. A vacant space in a crowded heart, watching the breakfast hour fall apart at the empty chair at the kitchen table. Yeah, the eggs are cold and the story's told, just sitting here with a lonely tear and an empty chair. Yeah, an empty chair. Neon open is the only light, stabbing through the belly of a rainy night. The linoleum's buffed to a dull gray shine, and the jukebox is choking on a country line. I'm the only soul at the countertop, waiting for the ticking of the world to stop. The waitress is leaning on a coffee pot, thinking about the things that she hasn't got. The steam is rising in a ghostly curl, in a slow motion, black and white, lonely world. It's just an empty diner at 3 a.m., a harbor for the broken and the lost in them, where the coffee's bitter and the talk is thin, and nobody asks where the hell you've been. A fluorescent island in a sea of black, with no way forward and no way back at the empty diner at 3 a.m. I see my reflection in the napkin chrome, 1,000 miles from a place called home. The sugar shaker and the ketchup red are the only witness to the things unsaid. There's a trucker sleeping in the corner booth, drowning out the jacket and the hollow truth. They say the morning brings a brand new start, but it's a long time coming to a heavy heart. So I'll take another refill and a piece of pie, and watch the headlights of the world go by. It's just an empty diner at 3 a.m., a harbor for the broken and the lost of them, where the coffee's bitter and the talk is thin, and nobody asks where the hell you've been. A fluorescent island in a sea of black, with no way forward and no way back at the empty diner at 3 a.m. Yeah, the rain is hitting, the clock is quitting, just sitting here with a lonely fear in an empty diner at 3 a.m.
is sitting in a velvet box, a heavy silver weight, a relic of a century that finally met its fate. The etching on the casing is a forest in the frost, a map of every second that we've already lost. I wind it till it tightens, but the tension doesn't hold. Just a heavy-duty silence in a casing made of gold. The hands are frozen solid at 4:15, like a shadow on the ceiling or a lock upon the door. The heart of it is snapped, a tiny ribbon made of steel that'll never let the gears know exactly how to feel. It's a pocket watch with a broken mainspring, waiting for a song that it'll never get to sing. Caught in a moment that refuses to pass behind the cracked surface of the heavy-duty glass. The rhythm is gone and the ticking has died, with a lifetime of minutes trapped deep down inside a pocket watch with a broken mainspring. My grandfather held it in the palm of his hand when he worked the iron engines of this heavy-duty land. He used to say the pulse of it was steady and was true. Now it's just a piece of metal looking back at you. It doesn't care for sunrise and it doesn't care for noon. It's a lonesome little planet with a stationary moon. They say that time is healing, it flows like a stream, but sometimes it's a jagged part of a half-finished dream, where the tension gets too high and the metal starts to fray, and you're left with a forever in the middle of the day. It's a pocket watch with a broken mainspring, waiting for a song that it'll never get to sing. Caught in a moment that refuses to pass behind the cracked surface of the heavy-duty glass. The rhythm is gone and the ticking has died, with a lifetime of minutes trapped deep down inside a pocket watch with a broken mainspring. Yeah, feel the cold snap in the memory trap. The hands won't move in the ancient groove. A pocket watch with a broken mainspring. Neon's flickering, losing its glow. The bartender's cleaning the taps in a row. The floor is all scuffed from a long Friday night, and the band is unplugging the last of the light. But I'm standing here with my hand in your hand, trying to ignore that the world's gonna sting. The jukebox is down to its very last dime, and I'm begging the clock for a little more time. Just one more spin before the magic is gone, before we both have to face the gray of the dawn. It's the last
the honky-tonk tonight, under the hum of the fading blue light. The sawdust is settled, the whiskey is dry, and I'm looking for forever in the blink of an eye. One more step, baby, slow and sweet, between the empty bar stools and our tired feet, at the last dance at the honky-tonk. Your head's on my shoulder, your eyes are half closed, the scent of your perfume in the dust in our nose. Tomorrow this place will be quiet and cold, just another story that's already been told. Right now the shadows are dancing along to the ghost of the melody, a bittersweet soul. They're locking the door and they're turning the key, but the world's still spinning for you and for me. Don't let go yet, let the moment just hang, like the echo of the steel guitar that just sang. It's the last dance at the honky-tonk tonight, under the hum of the fading blue light. The sawdust is settled, the whiskey is dry, and I'm looking for forever in the blink of an eye. One more step, baby, slow and sweet, between the empty bar stools and our tired feet, at the last dance at the honky-tonk. Yeah, the lights are coming up, the music's died down, but I'm still holding on in this old part of town. One last dance at the honky-tonk.
Steam is rising from the iron tracks. I'm staring at a bag I didn't even pack, and just a jacket of smoke and a heavy heart, watching the town of my childhood depart. The conductor is calling, his voice like a ghost, leaving behind what I love the most. Clickety-clack, the rhythm of the rail is a lonesome song for a soul that's pale. I don't need a ticket with a town on the line, I just need a place that isn't yours and mine. I'm on a midnight train to nowhere tonight, chasing the blackness, escaping the light. No destination, no map in my hand, just a rolling cage through a hollow land. Whistle is screaming, cutting through the air, on a midnight train to nowhere. I see the porch lights flickering by, small town secrets under a velvet sky. There's a woman in 4B, she's crying in her sleep. Maybe she's got promises she couldn't keep. Me, I'm just staring at my reflection in the glass, watching the ghost of my old life pass.
heavy cost. I'm on a midnight train to nowhere tonight, chasing the blackness, escaping the light. No destination, no map in my hand, just a rolling cage through a hollow land. Whistle screaming, cutting through the air, on a midnight train to nowhere. Through the dark and the cold, till the engine breaks and the story's told. Nowhere at all. I can feel the floorboard start to shake before the first of the dawn begins to break. The glass in the cabinet begins to ring like a choir of ghosts trying to sing. It's a low-down rumble from the valley floor, coming for the valley and the kitchen door. It's 100 cars of coal and steel, and the sparks flying off of the heavy wheel, cutting through the fog like a jagged knife, with the heavy-duty rhythm of a long-haul life. It's just the midnight freight and the mournful wail echoing down the silver rail. It's a lonesome cry for the restless soul, with a heart of fire and a belly of coal, heading for a city that I've never seen, leaving nothing but the silence in between. The midnight freight and the mournful wail. I remember sitting on the signal box, watching the engines and the ticking clocks, wondering where the tracks would finally end, around the mountain and the river bend. Now I'm just a man in a quiet room, listening to the thunder and the distant boom. They say a train is a promise on a set of tracks, that it never slows down and it never looks back. It's a heavy-duty lesson in the way things go, fast as the lightning, steady and slow. It's just the midnight freight and the mournful wail echoing down the silver rail. It's a lonesome cry for the restless soul, with a heart of fire and a belly of coal, heading for a city that I've never seen, leaving nothing but the silence in between. The midnight freight and the mournful wail. Yeah, let a whistle blow, let the diesel go through the dark of night in the pale headlight. The midnight freight and the mournful wail. Been sitting in the shed since '79, under a tangle of a morning glory vine. The red paint's peeling like a sunburned skin, and the iron is thin where the water got in. My daddy used to manhandle that heavy machine, the loudest thing this valley's ever seen. Now the engine's seized and the blades are dull, and the gas tank's nothing but a hollow skull. But I can still see the rows he used to lay in the golden heat of a planting day. It's just a rusty tiller in an unfenced field, waiting for a harvest that'll never yield. against the shadow of the garden wall. A monument of steel in a world of green, the ghost of a life in the space between. A rusty tiller and an unfenced field. I tried to pull a cord just a week ago, thinking I could make the old girl go, but she just coughed a cloud of blue-gray smoke, and the leather handle finally went and broke. I guess some things are meant to just sit still on the quiet side of a windy hill. They say you reap exactly what you sow, but what do you do when the weeds start to grow? You lean on the fence and you watch the sky, and you let the working years whistle by. Just a rusty tiller and an unfenced field, waiting for a harvest that'll never yield. The wild oats are winning and the clover's tall against the shadow of the garden wall. A monument of steel in a world of green, the ghost of a life in the space between. A rusty tiller and an unfenced field. Yeah, let the iron rest in the valley's breast under the sun. Now the work is done. A rusty tiller and an unfenced field.
Morning paper's got a ring of brown right next to the news from the edge of town. I'm sitting at the table with a ballpoint pen, trying to figure out where the week has been. I've got a list of chores and a list of dreams, ticking off the minutes and the busted seams. The ink is blurring on the grocery list, thinking about the moments that I might have missed between the to-do and the wanna stay in the quiet light of a Sabbath day. It's just coffee stains and Sunday plans, holding the future in my shaky hands. A little bit of caffeine, a little bit of prayer, looking for an answer in the kitchen air. We say we're gonna go, we say we're gonna do, but we're just making circles till the day is through, with coffee stains and Sunday plans. Fix the porch and paint the shed, right under the things that you never said. I promised we'd drive to the mountain view, but the engine's acting up and the rent is due. So I'll map out a road on a napkin scrap while the cat is sleeping in a sunbeam lap. It's a fragile ritual of paper-thin hope, a way to handle the downward slope, building a castle out of ink and steam before the Monday morning breaks the dream. It's just coffee stains and Sunday plans, holding the future in my shaky hands. A little bit of caffeine, a little bit of prayer, looking for an answer in the kitchen air. We say we're gonna go, we say we're gonna do, but we're just making circles till the day is through, with coffee stains and Sunday plans. Yeah, spill a little more on the wooden floor, let the list stay there in the rocking chair. Coffee stains and Sunday plans.
Clouds rolled in like a heavy-duty freight over the shingles and the garden gate. The road was baking in 100-degree glare, with a shimmering heat in a stagnant air. Then the first fat drops hit the blackened ground, with a hissing steam and a holy sound. It's a scent that rises from the spirit of the street, where the sky and the valley finally meet. A heavy-duty vapor, a charcoal gray breath, bringing the summer back from the edge of death. It's the smell of rain on the hot asphalt, washing away every heavy-duty fault. A perfume of the thunder and the petroleum soul, in a world that's finally out of control. Cooling the fever of the long-distance day, in a sharp-edged, sweet-scented, silver gray way. The smell of rain on hot asphalt. The steam is curling like a ghost from the ditch, in the place where the shadows and the light beams switch. I'm standing on the shoulder with my head held high, drinking in the message from a weeping sky. It's the scent of a storm and the scent of the grit, and the heavy-duty comfort in the middle of it. They say you can't bottle a memory this deep, but it's a secret that the highways always keep. When the pressure breaks and the heavens descend, and the burning and the cooling finally blend. It's the smell of rain on the hot asphalt, washing away every heavy-duty fault. A perfume of the thunder and the petroleum soul, in a world that's finally out of control. Cooling the fever of the long-distance day, in a sharp-edged, sweet-scented, silver gray way. The smell of rain on hot asphalt. Yeah, let the vapor rise in the cooling skies. Breathe it in deep, the promise it'll keep. The smell of rain on hot asphalt.
I'm sitting on a bench where the paint's peeling back, staring down the iron of a long abandoned track. The weeds are growing tall through the heavy-duty ties, underneath the hollow of the wide and lonely skies. I can feel a vibration in the soles of my feet, but the station is silent, and the silence is sweet. It's a low-frequency hum, a ghost in the air, like a promise of a journey that's going nowhere. The signals are dark and the switch is jammed tight, but I'm listening for a whistle in the middle of the night. It's the sound of a train that never arrives, the heavy-duty echo of our long-distance lives, coming round the mountain just a mile away. But it stays in the shadow of the yesterday, a lonesome vibration, a rhythmic refrain of the hope and the heartbreak and the ghost of a train. The sound of a train that never arrives. I got my suitcase packed with the things I couldn't say, ready for a ticket to a far-off getaway. The schedule's been buried in the dust and the brine but I'm still standing here, and I'm still keeping time. I hear the steam huffing like a giant in pain, but the tracks are just rusting in the cold mountain rain. They say be patient, it's just running late, but there's a heavy-duty sorrow in the middle of the wait, when the arrival board is blank and the engine is a myth, and the only thing you have is the ghost you're traveling with. It's the sound of a train that never arrives, a heavy-duty echo of our long-distance lives, coming round the mountain just a mile away. But it stays in the shadow of the yesterday, a lonesome vibration, the rhythmic refrain of the hope and my heartbreak, and the ghost of a train, the sound of a train that never arrives. Yeah, listen to the rail, to the lonesome wail. It's almost here, it's never near, the sound of a train that never arrives, that never arrives.
The morning is sharp as a wintertime blade, deep in the heart of the cedar tree shade. I'm swinging the hickory, swinging the steel, connecting with something that's heavy and real. The bite of the iron meets the grain of the oak, sending up a spray of the splinters and smoke. It's a rhythmic percussion in a world of the green, the oldest vibration the valley has seen. Wait for the silence to swallow the crack before the mountain starts sending it back. It's just the echo of an axe in the woods, doing the work that a heavy duty should, ringing through the hollow and the limestone wall, watching the giants beginning to fall. A lonely kind of music, a steady beat sound, tying the sky to the frozen hard ground, the echo of an axe in the wood. My grandfather's spirit is in the swing of my arm, building the heat for a heavy-duty farm. Every strike is a sentence, every chip is a word, the loudest confession the timber is heard. It's a dialogue of muscle and a dialogue of wood, in the place where the ancestors formerly stood. They say the machine is a faster way road to lighten the weight of a heavy-duty load, but there's a peace in the labor and a truth in the strike that a silicone engine will never be like. It's just the echo of an axe in the woods, doing the work that a heavy-duty should, ringing through the hollow and the limestone wall, watching the giants beginning to fall. A lonely kind of music, a steady beat sound, tying the sky to the frozen hard ground, the echo of an axe in the woods. Yeah, let the rain fly to the top of the sky. One more swing, hear the valley sing, the echo of an axe in the woods. room is a cavern of a heavy-duty quiet. After the storm and the soul-searching writing, the diary is closed and the ink has all dried on the ghosts and the giants that live deep inside. I'm picking up a guitar with a neck made of maple, removing the rust and the heavy-duty staple. My fingers are callous from the roads I have run, but the work of the Spirit has only begun. I'm reaching for a frequency of silver bright wire that's born in the ashes of the old-fashioned fire. It's the first note of a brand new song, where the heart and the rhythm finally belong. A heavy-duty vibration in the center of the chest, giving the memory a well-deserved rest. It's a single vibration, a clear-eyed refrain, rising like a harvest from the valley of pain. The first note of a brand new song. It doesn't need a chorus and it doesn't need a rhyme to break through the gravity of a heavy-duty time. It's the sound of the morning on a window of glass, watching the shadows and the centuries pass. It's a clean slate melody, a wide water hum, a message of the now and the yet to become. They say that the ending is the hardest to do, but it's just the foundation for a version of you that doesn't carry the weight of the 100 before. As you step through the light of an open door, it's the first note of a brand new song, where the heart and the rhythm finally belong. A heavy-duty vibration in the center of the chest, giving the memory a well-deserved rest. It's a single vibration, a clear-eyed refrain, rising like a harvest from the valley of pain. The first note of a brand new song. Yeah, let the string ring, hear the silence sing. The air is getting thin, let the future in. The first note of a brand new song. The lake is turning to a sheet of lead as the fire in the west begins to go to bed. The ripples are smoothing in the cooling air, leaving a mirror for the things that are there. A heavy-duty silence is pulling the veil over the dock and the rusted-out rail. There's a silver-white glint on the edge of the shore, where the world doesn't feel like a wait anymore. Just a final reflection, a golden goodbye, written in liquid beneath the dark sky. It's the last slide on the water tonight, holding on to the ghost of the afternoon bright. A shimmering path that's beginning to fade into the depths of the heavy-duty shade. It's a quiet kind of glory, a slow motion end before the night and the deep water secrets blend. The last light on the water. The dragonflies have vanished to the reeds and the mud, and the cooling of the earth is in the veins of my blood. I'm watching the orange turn to purple and gray, like the heavy-duty ending of a long-distance day. The surface is steady, the surface is still, as the shadows are climbing the side of the hill. They say the dark is where the story gets lost, but it's just the price that the daylight has cost. And if you look closely at the glow on the wave, you'll see the beauty that the evening gave. It's the last light on the water tonight, holding on to the ghost of the afternoon bride. A shimmering path that's beginning to fade into the depths of the heavy-duty shade. It's a quiet kind of glory, a slow motion in before the night and the deep water secrets blend. The last light on the water. Yeah, watch it disappear. The end of the year into the black, and it don't come back. The last light on the water.
The iron is cold and the hinges are seized in the shadow of the tangle and the towering trees. It's been 20-odd years since the key turned the lock, and the ivy grew over the limestone and rock. I'm pushing my shoulder against the dark bars, under the watch of the heavy-duty stars. There's an orange-red crust on the latch and the chain, the heavy-duty signature of decades of rain. It stains my palms like a dry, dusty blood as I stand in the weeds and the mountainside mud. It's just the rust on the gate to the secret garden, waiting for a heart or a winter to soften. A barrier of metal in a world made of green, hiding the beauty that nobody has seen. It's the grit of the years and the weight of the time, blocking the path and the heavy-duty climb to the rust on the gate, to the secret garden. I remember the roses and the scent of the box, and the rhythmic tick-tock of the grandmother clocks. But the thorns have grown thick and the pathways are lost in a heavy-duty layer of the permanent frost. The gate is a skeleton, a ghost of the guard, standing so stiff and standing so hard. They say what is hidden is better left alone, in a kingdom of briar and a palace of stone. But I've got a hammer and a heavy-duty spark to break through the orange and into the dark.
It's just the rust on the gate to the secret garden, waiting for a heart or a winter to soften. A barrier of metal in a world made of green, hiding the beauty that nobody has seen. It's the grit of the years and the weight of the time, blocking the path and the heavy-duty climb to the rust on the gate, to the secret garden. Yeah, feel the iron give, where the memories live. One more shove for the garden of love, the rust on the gate, to the secret garden. Wind is blowing hard across the Kansas line, bringing back the ghosts of a better time. I'm standing where the shadows stretch long and lean, looking for a harvest that I never seen. I told you I was staying, then I turned to go. Now I'm reaping the seeds that I used to sow. The ground is cracked and the sky is gray. Everything I love is a mile away. I'm calling your name to the open sky, but the only thing that's moving is the tumbleweed by. And it's just teardrops in the dust, watching the iron turn into rust. Hard to keep a promise when the well runs dry, hard to tell the truth when you're living a lie. They disappear before they hit the ground, lost in the wind, never to be found. Just teardrops in the dust. There's a faded picture in my denim coat, a couple of lines that you once wrote. Don't forget the way the prairie smells at night, but I traded the peace for a neon light. Now my boots are worn and my heart is spent, wonder exactly where the good years went. Rain don't fall on a man like me who traded his roots for a chance to be free. Now freedom's just a cage with a wider view, and 1,000 miles between me and you. And it's just teardrops in the dust, watching the iron turn into rust. Hard to keep a promise when the well runs dry, hard to tell the truth when you're living a lie. They disappear before they hit the ground, lost in the wind, never to be found. Just teardrops in the dust. You let the wind blow, let the dirt ride, hiding the salt in an old man's eyes. Just teardrops in the dust, teardrops in the dust. The floorboards are groaning under layers of dust, and the heavy-duty iron is a landscape of rust. But it stands in the corner like a king on a throne, in a cabin of cedar and a chimney of stone. The door's hanging open on a hinge made of grit, waiting for a match that'll never be lit. I can almost hear the crackle and the snap of the pine, back when the winter was a friend of mine. The belly of the beast used to blow a deep red, warming up the memories and the spirits under bed. It's the old one stove in a deserted place, heavy-duty blues. The old wood stove. Here's a kettle still sitting with the bottom of black, and like it's waiting for a traveler who's never coming back. The wood box is empty and the ashes are gray, blown by the wind in the slow motion way. It's all the hard winters and it's all the new life in the hands of the husband and the heart of the wife. They say that the stone is the thing that'll last, but the iron is the anchor of a heavy-duty past. It doesn't rot away, it doesn't turn to glass, it just watches all the seasons and the centuries pass. It's the old wood stove in a deserted place with a heavy-duty history and a cold iron face, holding on to the heat of a fire long gone in the middle of the valley and a gray stale dawn. A cast iron heart in a hollowed out room, keeping back the shadows and the heavy-duty gloom. The old wood stove, yeah, touch the cold steel. Remember how it feels. The embers in the dark, looking for a spark. The old wood stove, and in a deserted cabin, the mist is clinging to the hemlock trees, like a secret whispered on a mountain breeze. The ridges rise in a jagged line of slate gray stone and ancient pine. I'm winding up where the air gets thin, to the place where the sky and the earth begin. It's a blue-tinted world in the early light, hiding the scars of the valley's fight. There's a quiet power in the heavy-duty height that swallows the day and holds on to the night. I'm living in the shadows of the Blue Ridge Mountains, drinking from the cold and the limestone fountains, where the ghosts of the hunters and the Cherokee tread, with a ceiling of stars hanging over my head. It's a long way up and a long way down from the noise and the grit of a riverside town in the shadows of the Blue Ridge Mountains. There's an old log cabin with a smoking flue, tucked in a hollow that the sun never knew. The banjo's ringing from a porch somewhere, cutting through the chill of the highland air. It's a hard scrabble life, but the view is sweet, with the whole wide world sitting at your feet. They say these hills are the oldest on earth, that they've seen every death and they've seen every birth. They don't care about time and they don't care for gold, they just watch the stories of the world unfold. I'm living in the shadows of the where the soul stays true. In the shadows of the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Pulled back its heavy-duty hand, leaving a stretch of the silver gray sand. The ocean retreated to the deep water blue, leaving the world looking shiny and new. But high on the bank where the seagrass is tall, there's a mark in the mud that didn't fade at all. They're deep in the clay and they're hardened by sun, from a heavy-duty journey that's already done. Beyond the reach of the foam and the spray, where the salt water memory was washed away. They're just the footprints that the tide forgot, in a heavy-duty, lonely little secret spot, escaping the rhythm of the rise and the fall, standing their ground against the ocean's call. A permanent path on a temporary shore of a traveler who isn't coming back no more. The footprints that the tide forgot. One step for the stroll, one step for the stride of a soul that was moving with a heavy-duty tide. They don't smooth away when the breakers come in. They're etched in the earth like a beautiful sin, a fossilized record of a walk in the dark, leaving behind a heavy-duty spark. They say that the water cleanses the soul, that the waves are the ones who are in control. But sometimes the spirit leaves a mark so deep that even the Atlantic can't wash it to sleep. They're just the footprints that the tide forgot, in a heavy-duty, lonely little secret spot, escaping the rhythm of the rise and the fall, standing their ground against the ocean's call. A permanent path on a temporary shore of a traveler who isn't coming back no more. The footprints that the tide forgot. Yeah, watch the water rise underneath I'm a Friday night at the local track, with grease on my hands and a sunburned back. I'm a dusty road and a dented door, a little bit rough and a whole lot of pour. But you're the silk in a world of twine, a glass of crystal in a world of shine. I'm the thunder, you're the silver rain. I'm the struggle, you're the end of the pain. We're a mismatch made in a heaven-sent plan, a delicate girl and a common man. Yeah, we're denim and lace, baby, a little bit wild and a little bit lady, the rough-cut stone and the polished pearl, a small-town boy and a miracle girl, woven together in a beautiful grace, wrapped in a heart of denim and lace. You're the Sunday morning in a quiet pew, and I'm the Saturday night that's way overdue. You're the scent of jasmine on a summer breeze, and I'm the oak wood trembling in the trees. But when you lay your hand in mine, the edges soften and the stars align. Opposites attract, or so they say, like the darkness dancing with the light of day. I'll provide the strength, you provide the soul, two broken halves that finally feel whole. Yeah, we're denim and lace, baby, a little bit wild and a little bit lady, the rough-cut stone and the polished pearl, a small-town boy and a miracle girl, woven together in a beautiful grace, wrapped in a heart of denim and lace. Yeah, the blue and the white, the day and the night, a perfect fit, just look at us, denim and lace. Yeah, that's us. Bell is missing from the belfry tower, and the playground surrendered to the wildflower. The windows are boarded with a plywood gray, keeping the ghosts of the children at play. I can still see the ruts from the yellow bus in the red clay dirt that survived all of us. The chalk is dust and the slate is cracked, and the library shelves are neatly sacked. But if you listen close to the whistling pine, you can hear the rhythm of a nursery rhyme. It's just an old school house on the hill, standing so stubborn and standing so still, where we learned our letters and we learned our names, and the rules of the world and the playground games. A brick and mortar memory of a simpler time, before the mountain got so hard to climb. I carved my initials in the sycamore tree, right next to the girl who meant the world to me. The ink on the desk has long since dried, and the secrets we whispered have all moved inside. The hallways are narrow and the ceiling is low, but it's the only foundation I used to know. They built a new one down by the interstate with a digital sign and a heavy iron gate, but it don't have the soul of the creaky floor or the hand-painted numbers on the heavy oak doors. Just an old school house on the hill, standing so stubborn and standing so still, where we learned our letters and we learned our names, and the rules of
playground games, a brick and mortar memory of a simpler time, before the mountain got so hard to climb. Yeah, the lesson's over and the bell is gone, but the ghost of the teacher is still hanging on at the old schoolhouse on the hill. The screen door is slapping at a ghost in the air, and the hallway is stripped and the closets are bare. The floorboards are pale where the rug used to lie, like a memory of a son that refused to die. I'm standing in the center of the living room floor, watching the sunlight slant through the door. It's a hazy parade of the skin and the bone, of every hello and every alone, dancing in circles in a vertical beam, like the heavy-duty particles of a half-broken dream. It's just the dust of 1,000 departures, under the weight of the heavy-duty arches, the residue leaving in the sediment of goodbye, rising from the carpet to the charcoal sky. It's what's left of the laughter and what's left of the pride, when there's nothing but the echoes left trapped inside, the dust of 1,000 departures. I remember the boxes and I remember the tape, and the way that we tried to plan an escape. But you leave a little piece of your heart on the shelf, and a little bit of the man that you called yourself. It settles on the windows and it settles on the sill, in the quiet of a house that's finally still. They say take only memories, leave only tracks, but we leave a whole lot more when we don't look back. A heavy-duty layer of the years we spent, the silver gray ashes of the way we went. It's just the dust of 1,000 departures, under the weight of the heavy-duty arches, the residue leaving in the sediment of goodbye, rising from the carpet to the charcoal sky. It's what's left of the laughter and what's left of the pride, when there's nothing but the echoes left trapped inside, the dust of 1,000 departures. Yeah, sweep it all away to the end of the day. Let the air grow thin where the next begins, the dust of 1,000 departures. pushing 80 on the double lane, trying to outrun the ghost of the rain. The signal's cutting in and out of the air like a dying breath or a desperate prayer. Between the preacher and the country star, I'm losing the rhythm of this old car. There's a billboard for a motel 10 miles ahead, and a Jesus safe sign painted in red. The white lines are blurring like a movie scene on a flickering dusty driving screen. It's just a radio static and roadside signs, living my life between the painted lines. 1 minute of music, then a minute of noise, chasing the shadows of the hometown boys. I don't know where the asphalt ends, but I'm looking for a frequency that never bends, in the radio static and the roadside signs. Past a diner with a neon open light sticking out like a thumb in the middle of the night. I thought about stopping for a piece of pie, but I'd rather watch the telephone poles fly by. Every mile is a number I'm checking off the list, in a world made of asphalt in the morning mist. And sometimes the silence is a little too loud, so I hunt for a station in the